With a camera and his artistic eye, curator Barry Fellman has documented in the book Miami Creative, A Decade of Transformation, the movement that has emerged in the Florida city over the last decade, making it one of the cultural capitals of the world.
Miami somehow was changing so rapidly, and I had a gut feeling that it was about to be on a roller coaster. And I resolved myself one New Year's, a dozen years ago, to keep my camera, take it with me everywhere, a small camera, not the big one I may ordinarily use for projects.
Fellman and his camera were present at the most significant local cultural events. Many call him the Bill Cunningham of Miami, a reference to the famous trend-spotting photographer for the New York Times. The book, published by Letter16 Press, brings together more than 200 photographs taken by Fellman in the last 10 years.
The book really shows the idea that art provokes. Art really has the power to connect us to our place.
A 30-year-old veteran and director of the Center for Visual Communication in Wynwood, Miami's arts district, Fellman has witnessed the radical transformation of the local neighborhood, which was once a run-down and dangerous industrial zone, and today is home to upmarket buildings and designer stores.
And Miami is a platform for some of the most interesting things happening and some of the most interesting artists here.
Miami-Dade County Mayor Daniela Levine Carver hailed the photographer's imprint on the growing local art community.
Barry Fellman has been a dear friend for over 40 years, and he is really in love with this community, and he has expressed that through his collection of art, his art installations, his art books, his photography.
The different qualities and the spirit of the Florida city are present in the exhibition, the Miami Creative Movement, created by Fellman and which is to open Miami Art Week on November 29. The 15 artists who are part of the collective are exhibiting works created in the last 2 years, that is, during the pandemic. Kathleen Staples, who was showing 2 works, highlights the importance of using layers.
I like to layer to create depth and mystery. I like to layer and create transparency to create a variety of color.
Puerto Rican Carlos Betancourt is exhibiting works that deal with the syncretism of the Caribbean and Miami.
The title of this work is Landscapes Reimagined. It's from about a year and a half, 2 years ago. I worked on this series during the pandemic. I usually work in series. There were about 7 or 8 of these works, sometimes it's 10, 15.
Diego and Francisco is the title of the Impressionist painting by French-American John Bailey.
It relates to the transatlantic dialogue, which is what fascinates me, because I came to the US when I was 10 from France, and I've been constantly examining how our sense of identity relates to place. And so I looked at people and cultures that have dealt with this over time, and it's really the definition of Miami itself.
Fellman says the city's diversity and constant change is part of its fabric.